Hello. Hello, beautiful people. And I thank you so much for joining in to these little movement medicine morsels to help us breathe and move and feel smoother and alive. So today we're going to do some sweet basics, getting our circulation going. And let's begin wherever we are by settling our energy. And we do this by planting our feet. I'm going to do that too. Feet planted on the ground, and take a moment to feel your feet. We're not just putting them there, we're also acknowledging what they feel and allowing them to contact the ground. At the same time, we want to feel that our sit bones are also conscious and placed evenly on our chairs. So you can rock a little bit, front and back, side to side. Just roll around a little bit and feel your sit bones and find an even balance so that you're nesting nicely on your sit bones as well as on your feet. And these two places create a lovely connection with stability, with earth element. And we want that. And at the same time, we also want to have a lovely connection to the sky element. So today, let's take our fingertips, index and middle fingers, just to the base of the skull behind. And the thumbs can softly support just under the cheekbones and lightly lift straight up, straight up. And you want to feel a little bit of shift in the length of your neck, a little bit of elevation in the head, maybe even a stretch in your upper spine, and just move the head around in some small directions, continuing to keep that upward lift. So we're decompressing the spine right at the top, this area where the spine and the skull join is a very beautiful area to open up. So we'll keep that openness and imagine through the crown of the head you're going up. And now we've got a beautiful tall spine. You can keep your eyes softly open or close them. And let's settle our breath. Breathing in softly and gently through the nose, feeling that breath coming in and filling you. And exhale with a sigh or any sound you like. Ah. And when you're ready to breathe in through the nose, allow the breath to come in. You're not making it come in or pushing it in or pulling it in. You're basically allowing it and feeling it come in. And on the exhale, let the breath out. Ah, and your body will naturally release the breath and your body will naturally shrink in volume. Let's do that one more time. You basically don't have to do anything. Just allow. Inhale, allow the breath to pour into you. And exhale, sigh or sound it out. Allow the breath to pour out of you. And now breathing in again through the nose gently. And we're going to continue breathing through the nose. So the exhalations are now going to be coming out through the nose as well. And take a few moments to let your breath settle. Let it find its comfortable pacing. Nowhere to rush to, no other place to be, right here, communing with your own breath, allowing the genuine and generous energy of the universe to come in through your breath, filling you with life force energy. And as you exhale, allowing your old breath to come out and merge once again with the universal field. So breathing is an activity that goes on within the body. The heart receives oxygen, the lungs and the heart move together to oxygenate the blood to feed all the cells of every part of our body. And then on the exhale, the waste materials are eliminated and on it goes. So that's happening inside the body. And between our inner landscape and the outer landscape, we're drinking in the healing energy of the universe, earth, and sky that also feeds us with our breath. And exhaling, we're releasing out. We're either releasing blessings or we might be releasing old stuck energy that no longer serves us, and it's being sent back out and it's being recycled lovingly into pure energy once again. It doesn't leave, it doesn't have the tinge anymore. Everything is freed. So it's a mouth to mouth resuscitation with divine energy or life force energy. Let's bring this to standing. Bring the state that you've already started to cultivate with you and find a place where you are where you can stand. Once again, feeling your feet connecting to the ground, sit bones reaching to the ground, crown of the head reaching tall. And let's reinforce the tallness by inhaling our hands up and over gently, interlacing our fingers, reversing the palms so they point up, and reaching. Let this be a lovely reach through your whole trunk. And let's just do a little side bending, mostly to create more space. Notice I'm not going all the way over. You can if that feels even better to you. I like to focus on creating more vertical space because generally gravity is trying to convince us to move towards the earth center. So it's lovely to have the suspension quality of lifting up as well as the quality of rooting down. And that's the blend of the yin of the earth and the yang of the sky. And so we're standing beautifully, we're smiling, and we'll begin some tapping. Oh, actually, some shaking first. Let's shake a little bit without losing our suspension or our stability. I like to pretend I've got a bungee cord that holds me to the heavens and still gives me a little bit of bouncing. And here, there's a spectrum of movement. It can be a little bit of shaking. You want to get your fingers moving, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders can bob up and down. You can make any releasing sound or sigh or wail, anything that you want, because sounding moves energy and sounding also deepens our exhalation, which in turn deepens the next inhalation. Let your neck get involved, make silly faces, get some bounce in your hips, your knees, your ankles. And if you like, you can even lift your heels and lightly let them fall and thump. That little thump on the heel sends a nice vibration up through the spine. So again, we don't want to jar. We just want a nice jiggle and bounce that awakens. Ah. Let that come to its natural ending and pause for a moment, connecting to the ground and the sky and your breath. And notice any new feelings or sensations that might be arising from this last piece that we've added. Feet a little bit wider, maybe shoulder distance, and some looseness in the hips and a bend, a give, a resiliency in your knees. And here we're going to do some rotations. Keeping the spine suspended from the heavens creates more space in all the joints. And I invite you to lift up that back heel if you'd like as you're turning. Keep that neck long and let your eyes scan the upper horizon of your space. Check out what you see. Let your eyes take in, not grabbing, but receiving whatever lovely colors or objects. And once again, we allow this to come down to its own natural completion. You can leave the feet here or bring them a little bit smaller, but let yourself have a stance that feels comfortable and strong for you. We want to feel confident. And we will rest our hands folded over our belly and take 3 smooth breaths, filling the belly with our breath and our intention as we inhale, noticing how the belly gently falls back in as we exhale, finding your pleasant rhythm, and also situating the breath in a very balancing part of the body, meaning a nice grounded part, the lower energy center. Keeping the breath flowing, create an intention of loving kindness to your own beautiful body as we prepare to tap and cup. Every part of our body is precious, and we want to imprint this loving message into our movements as well as receiving the contact and giving the touch. So we'll lift our hands up to our heart and start to lightly tap, lightly tap, saying good morning or hello, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you're playing along, and letting the breath flood the area that you're touching. We're awakening. It's like watering the ground and having the plant soak up the water, and also lifting your face to the sun and feeling the sun's rays warm you and penetrate you. We can, with our minds, our mental chi, our mental prana, drink all this energy in. Let's take one hand and cup back and forth over the lung area, just anywhere underneath the collarbone, lovingly. And then coming over that shoulder, give yourself a pat on the back and cupping your way down the outside of the arm, bringing awareness to the hand that's cupping and also bringing awareness to the part of the body that's receiving. Happens to all be you in this case. Backs of the fingers, clapping, create a bright noise. This also clears energy, very healing, breaking up stagnations, cleaning the vibration. Coming up the inside of the wrist lovingly, coming up the inside of the arm, and when you get to the armpit, you can hang your arm over to open up your side seam and let yourself breathe into the area that you're creating space in. Side breast, side chest, armpit area. This helps our lymphatic system to flow. And take a moment to relax the arms. Stand quietly on your vertical alignment, perpendicular, and notice whatever you notice. Some of the shifts that occur are quite subtle, so we want to slow down enough and listen quietly enough to our sensations that we can feel these beautiful truths and shifts that come on dove's feet. Cupping again, tapping, loving, appreciating, awakening, circulation, awareness, connection, and then coming back and forth under the collarbone, coming up over the shoulder. Give yourself a little pat on the back, tenderize some of that neck and upper back meat, coming over the outside of the shoulder lovingly, awareness in every moment. Slow it down. We live in a speedy world, and we often go into our old habits and our default manners of doing things when we're going quickly. So when we slow down, we can savor, slow it down, clapping, stand at your full height. Coming up lovingly the inside of your arm, even letting your eyes rest on the body part that's being cupped, coming into the armpit, draping your arm, opening up the side body, into the armpit, into the side ribs, the side of the breast area, allowing your breath to play a vital part, and then relaxing down, seeing how that feels. And just doing a few movements to enjoy, and then pausing quietly to feel your connection to earth and sky in your posture. Feel your breath. Notice any sensations as they continue to arise and awaken in your body. I'm going to come closer as we do the face and the throat. I'm going to sit down. You can sit down if you like, but this makes it a little bit easier for you to see. And we're going to lightly pat. I call these butterfly hands. Lightly straight in the fingers, but not locking, and letting these hands flutter up and down your throat And don't forget the sides of your throat. You can even cup lightly over your ears. Not too hard, it can be quite deafening, but a little bit of cupping wakes up the ears nicely. And then, of course, the upper back into the base of the skull, back of the neck. And maybe coming around the sides again and the front again, right from the breastbone up to the jaw. Yawn a little bit, yeah, tapping the chewing muscles and maybe sliding your jaw a little bit from side to side. Make funny faces, open your eyes, close them. And then tapping underneath the cheekbone. If you've got glasses, you might want to take them off. So we're tapping into the top of the bridge of the nose, close to the inner corners of the eyes, following down the sides of the nose, and then lightly tapping upwards under the cheekbones, lifting and fluffing and polishing the apples of our cheeks. And then coming through the third eye area, over the eyebrows to the outer corners of the eyes, and gently tapping along the eye socket underneath. Tender skin here, relaxing your eyes. Coming into the third eye area, tapping in. The pads of the fingers are directing energy into the depths of the skull and brain, and then a little bit of fluffing, opening up any furrows and opening up our intuition. And then all over the scalp, just free form all over the scalp. You can use the palms, patting lightly, not slapping. You can use the fingernails to give you a little bit of extra stimulation. You can use the pads of the fingers, and you can also do a mix and match. Do what feels nice. Now we'll clear the energy because we've shaken up a lot of dust bunnies. Inhale, cup the hands and brush from the breastbone up over the throat, the face, over the head, and then release, let it go. And again, up over the face, over the head, and exhale, let it go, let it go. Like you're sloughing off old energy, sloughing it off, leaving you fresh and clean. And if you were sitting, I invite you to come up and stand again. And here you can give a bounce to the knees, cupping over the chest, and make some sound. Cupping the breasts a little bit, cupping lightly over the whole abdominal area, from right to left, center, cupping lovingly over the navel center, over the low belly. And today we're going to come up again to the rib cage and now cup around the sides. You may end up changing your hands from palms to inner fists to backs of hands. Maybe you can do palms all the way, but I want you to feel that your shoulders can stay relaxed. So I like to change the rotation of my forearms so I can get all the way around. And now come down around the navel region, going out to the sides, and once again, coming around to the back. So we're making belt lines. And then a little bit lower below the navel, around the outsides of the hips, and into the buttock area. And here you can give yourself a shimmy. If you alternate bending and straightening one knee and then the other, you can do it slowly to start with, and then just let it speed up. And draw your upper arms back a little bit to open the chest. And give yourself a shimmy and a shake. If you get confused or anything tightens up, just stop. Bend, straighten. Let the hips go from side to side, just nice and easy. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And then let it go a little faster, and just incrementally bring it up in speed. And I'll tell you in on a secret, the more you relax, the more your body will just do it. If your brain tries to control too much, it's going to get in the way. All right, let's come down the outsides of the thighs. You can continue a little bit of shimmying, or you can be more sedate. And we're coming down as far as we can reach. If I'm a person who can only go this far, and this is the comfort level for me, and I start to get a strain if I go an inch or two lower, no problem. All you do is continue tapping with your hands and imagine that you are going down the outsides of your legs. It works. If you don't believe me, try it. Try it more than once. Coming over the tops of the feet, either energetically or also adding the hands. Coming up the insides of the lower legs, cupping, cupping, cupping. Coming all the way up, and lightly cupping the groin region, slightly reaching this area forward, a little bit of extension in the hips, just a little bit so that you create a little bit more real estate here for the cupping. And then this is all slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. And bring the feet to a comfortable position. Maybe you're already there. Fold the hands over your low belly. Connect to the sky and heavens above through your posture, to the earth as well through your feet. Connect heaven and earth within you through your breath. And feel your experience. And allow. This is your time to receive what you're feeling. Let your breath flow. Notice any sensations in your body, any temperature changes. Remember to smile softly. And we'll do just a very gentle smoothing out of the energy to finish. On the inhale, bring your loving hands up the right side of your abdomen and down the left. Coming up the right and down the left. Very lovingly, as though you're anointing your beautiful body. You're smoothing, you're soothing. It's like bringing a comb through conditioned hair after you've washed it, that place where all the knots are gone and the comb just slips through. Let's float your left hand out and inhale the right hand up, bringing the energy up to the heart. Exhale, spread the loving energy from the heart all the way down the arm, off the fingers, and inhale, gather heavenly energy and infuse that energy, bringing it back up through the arm, through the heart, to the heart. Exhale, smoothing out through the other arm, carrying the love all the way through your cells. Inhale, gathering more universal energy and bringing it in. Step the feet a little wider, turn, twist to the first side, bend the knee that you're moving away from. Take another inhalation. Exhale, smooth the energy from the universe all the way through your body to the earth, and then come around center, and from the earth, gather healing energy and bring it all the way up, all the way into your core. Lean the other way and twist. Exhale, guide the energy, let it circulate all the way through, soothing, taking out the kinks. Inhale, coming all the way up to the lower belly. And exhale, holding a ball of energy in front. And I'll just turn sideways so you can see the arms are in front a little bit, elbows are lifted, knees are a little bit bent. On the inhalation, let your heart expand out through your arms. Your lungs are filling, your legs are straightening. As you exhale, the palms rotate to face up, and you sink the knees a little bit, like you're just on a wave that's moving up and down. Inhale, the energy from the earth courses up through your legs, through your trunk, and you are embracing the sky. Stay here for a moment, and on the next inhale, inhale the sky. Sky and earth in your embracing arms, and exhale, we're pouring their blessing down through every part of the body. Here you can take more than one breath. Savor the breathing in, the breathing out, and imagine all the energy pouring out through the soles of your feet. And one more time, let's inhale from the earth, the energy rises up through us and we fill. Exhaling, we relax with receptive arms. Inhaling, the energy rises up, and this time earth is meeting sky. And exhale, pour these blessings down. Let them penetrate and soak into every cell. And as many breaths as you need until that energy pours down through the earth. And now bringing the feet together and gathering, embracing the energy and bringing it into you with your folded palms. Feel your feet in the earth. Feel the crown of your head connecting to sky. Soft smile. Feel your breath. Feel your breath in your grounding low belly center. Beautiful stability. And your upper body floating, lots of space in the heart center, in the lungs, in the throat, in your mind, in your smile. And this brings today's practice to a close. Please watch again, tell your friends, and bienvenido, mis amigos y amigas in Mexico. It's lovely to have some new friends in Mexico, and love to everybody. Thank you for joining me today, and please come again. See you next time.